Hi, it's Busy. I'm here today to do a product review slash tutorial for you guys today based off of the L'Oreal Paris Infallible eyeshadow. They have the Infallible collection and they recently released an eyeshadow to go along with the mascara. And honestly, I love it. It's a wonderful line. Their eyeshadows are very pigmented and they claim to last 24 hours, and so far I haven't had a problem with it lasting about 16 hours. I've never actually tried the full 24 hours because I wouldn't sleep in my makeup, but for the amount that you pay and for the claims that they make, it seems to be well worth the price. And it comes in this package. This is the Continuous Cocoa. I'll be doing a tutorial based off of browns, a smoky brown eye. So I also bought the Bronze Taupe and the Iced Latte. And I'm going to be doing kind of a holiday look today. So something that you can wear to Christmas parties, something that you can wear out with friends during the holidays. So it's more glitz and glam than refined. So I'll start off by talking to you guys about the Infallible collection. It's by L'Oreal Paris. I love it. I haven't had a problem with it. The colors are extremely pigmented. I barely have to dab my brush into it in order to get the amount of pigmentation for eye coverage that I use. It's very, it has staying power. It has incredible staying power. I haven't had a problem with smudging, creasing, anything like that over the course of the time that I've been wearing the actual eyeshadow. So I'd love to know what you guys think about it. If you could leave a comment, that'd be great. So I'm going to show you what it looks like when you get it in the package. So it comes in this little ice cube kind of paint pot looking thing, and then when you open it up, it has another little lid in it. So you take that off, and I guess that keeps it compact. You take that off, and that's how it looks inside of the package. And this is a Continuous Cocoa. So I'll be using that, also the Bronze Taupe and the Iced Latte once again to do the look that I'm doing today. So before I start with the eyeshadow, I'm going to first create my base, which is I use my foundation, and I'll be highlighting certain parts of my face first before I actually lay down my foundation, because I like how it brightens up my look, brightens up my face. And I usually do contouring, but I only really do it when I'm going out or on special occasions. So I'll do another video maybe later on how I highlight and contour my face for the round face, because you need to be aware of your face shape whenever you are highlighting and contouring, because not everyone wants that Kim Kardashian look, but Kim Kardashian's face shape is not universal. So for my highlighting, I use the Garnier Skin Renew BB cream. I love this cream. It works perfectly for my face, and I wish it came in my color, but it doesn't. So I usually just use it for highlighting, contouring, and then just making sure that my T-zone doesn't get too oily over throughout the course of the day. So I'll take my beauty, it's not actually a beauty blender, but it's my sponge. I got it from CVS. And I'll just start dabbing it where I want my highlight and my highlighting spots to be today. So you'll see that I'm putting it on my forehead, also the bridge of my nose, and then also around my eyes. And I don't really worry about product placement at this point, because I'm going to blend it out in a second. And also my chin. Always want to make sure you get your chin, because it gets a lot of light and shadows. You want to bring that out. So then I take the brush, the sponge, actually it's not a brush, and I just blend it out. Just blend it out, pat it into the skin. Okay, so you see how it blends in. It's not really my color, it's a little too light, but it works perfectly for this highlighting that I like to do, because I like to do subtle highlighting because my face does get lighter in those areas, but I also want it to not look like it gets lighter in those areas, just to blend into my foundation seamlessly. So for my foundation, I love the MAC Studio Fix Liquid. It's been one of my favorites for about a couple months now, since my sister's wedding in the summer. I used to use the compact, and I've noticed that the powder just builds up. So when I switch to liquid, I just don't see myself switching back, maybe in the winter or something, but right now, I love it. And so I already have it poured out, because I've heard that it takes forever to get it out of the container. So I already have some, I always have some poured out into like a little travel size container. And so I'll take my foundation brush. Sorry, my brush isn't clean right now, but this is just the E.L.F. liquid foundation brush, and just dip it in, tap it out on my hand, and just get into those sides. You don't want to cover your highlight, you just want to blend into it. Okay, and once you feel like you have enough foundation on your skin, what I like to do next is to take a stippling brush. I'm actually using the E.L.F. Studio stippling brush. I had one that I bought from the drugstore at Walgreens, I think, yes. But I left it in a hotel room over the summer for the exact same wedding. So I haven't really bought a new one yet. And I just like to get a tiny amount of pigment onto the brush. Tiny, like really tiny. I don't know if you can actually see that because it's so little on there, because you don't want to cake it on. And then I like to just like stipple it on and then buff it out. And I don't think I mentioned this, but always make sure that your face is moisturized when you do apply your foundation and your makeup, because it also provides a clean, even base and fills in the cracks and everything, and just stops the appearance of dry skin. I already moisturized my face before I started shooting the video, so that's why you didn't see me do that step. And I actually use the Cetaphil for dry skin. I love it. It's one of my favorites. I have several face creams that I use, and I'll probably do a video later on about the different types and why I use different types. But that one is one of my tried and trues, along with the Clinique brand, because they just work so well for my face. So after you've blended everything in, just blend, 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 blend. Everything's blended. Make sure you blend into your neck also. You don't want to look like you're wearing a foundation mask. It's not cute on anyone. Okay, so after you've done that, at this step, even though I'm going to start with my eyes, I like to do a lip moisturizer so that way it has time to set in and just quench the dry lips. So for me today, what I will be using is the, if I can find it in here for you guys. Here you are. Sorry. So at this step, what I'll be using is the Baby Lips. See it? Yeah, this is one of my favorites. It's called, this is the Cherry Me flavor. I love Baby Lips. And it's like, this is the prescription strength, I think. And it just works, has a little bit of tint. So you'll notice that it has like a little bit of red. And I just apply that so that way my lips are being moisturized and just, they're not going to be cracked and dried out by the time I actually start applying my lip color. And that way it has time to saturate in. Because you don't, especially if you're going to do a matte lip color, you don't want to have something that's going to cause your lip color to now slide and feather out into your makeup. So, next I will be doing my eyeshadow tutorial. Okay? So I'm going to take my 3 brushes. Well, technically I really use 4, but 3 for right now. So, and I know you guys are probably wondering, oh, you don't apply concealer. I do apply concealer when I'm going out. I'll do another tutorial for my going out glam style look, but this is just my makeup, basic everyday, going to meetings, going shopping kind of look. And so what you're going to do first is you are going to take your second to darkest. I have 3 colors, so I have my darkest, my second to darkest, and my lightest. So I'm going to take my second to darkest color, which is the Bronze Taupe. It's a very metallic color. And I'm going to lightly dab. You really only need a couple of taps, like just lightly dab in there. And I barely have any pigmentation on my brush on there. And you just put it over your brow bone. You just want to get it up there, fill it up. And this is what I mean by it is very pigmented. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you one eye without the eyelid primer and one eye with, so you guys can see the difference as to how it looks with and without eyelid primer, because I think it comes out perfect without eyelid primer, especially for this type of eyeshadow, and it comes out phenomenal with. So I just want you guys to see the difference so you don't think that you always have to use an eyelid primer. Okay, so then I will also now take my crease brush, it's my E.L.F. crease brush, and dip it into my lightish color, which is the Iced Latte. Build the pigment, and then go into my corners and just add my crease. So from the inside corners to my crease, just to brighten up those edges, make your eyes pop out a little more, and then a little under the eye. Okay, and then I'll take my eyeshadow brush, the E.L.F. eyeshadow brush once again, and dip it into my darkest color, so just a couple pats. You really don't need that much of it because it is extremely dark, and I just sweep it into my outside corners. I'm sorry, I'm getting over a cold. So once it's in my outside corners, I take my blending brush And I just blend everything in so that it's more seamless. Okay. And that's the finished look without any primer. So you just do a couple coats of mascara. And I don't have any eyelashes on today, because once again it's just a regular look. So you do a couple coats of mascara and that's pretty much it. And you can do some eyeliner. I like to add eyeliner to just add a little more pop. It's up to you. And then I'll show you guys now what it is like without the with the primer. So this is without, remember that, and then this will be with. So I'm going to be using the E.L.F. eyelid primer. This is it. It is amazing. I love it. A lot of people have been comparing it to the Urban Decay, I think it's the Potion primer. I can't remember what it's called. I actually have it in my makeup drawer right now, but I don't feel like getting up to go check it. So, yeah. But, yeah. It is amazing. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's worth the money. Especially for the price. It does the same thing as the Urban Decay one. And I spent like $18, $20 something. I don't remember how much. But this is like $1, $2, $3. Definitely worth it. And then you just sweep it over your eye. Like so. I like to take my finger and just blend it in so it's more seamless. Let it sit for a few seconds. Okay. And so you just repeat the same steps that you did on the previous eye. So after you repeated the same steps you did on this eye onto your right side with the primer, well, it's my left, but you're right. Yeah, so after you repeated it onto the same eye with the primer, you can really see the difference in how they look with the primer. Honestly, I like it without, but I've tried it with the primer and it lasts forever. Honestly, I literally have to like scrub to get it off at the end of the day. It's really worth buying. I tell you, I'd give it an A+ on my scale from A to D. It gets an A+. It's amazing. It's definitely worth the buy. The colors and all the products I use are going to be down below. And just to complete the look, I will be sweeping on a little bit of the Rimmel London lipstick, the part of the Kate Moss collection. It's number 11, also called Rossetto. It's one of my favorites because it's a deeper red. And so you just sweep on a little bit of it. And I think it kind of gives you that whole glam look, throwback, you know, kind of makes you look like a little more classic, more regal, you know. I love it. I love the look. I love the eyeshadows. And I hope you enjoyed the tutorial today. I would love for you to click the link below and subscribe because you'll love the videos that I have to come. And I would love to hear your thoughts on what you think about the eyeshadow and how your experience with it has gone so far. So, thank you. It's great doing a video with you guys.